All right, welcome in everybody. September 30th. We got another news day for you. I'm looking forward to this one. On this first story, we have Long Beach, more like Wrong Beach. Am I right? Containers tumbled off cargo ship. More than a dozen shipping containers tumbled off a ship into the water at the port of Long Beach in California when a cargo vessel listed to one side. Another 50 containers collapsed onto the ship. No injuries or pollution were reported. Not ideal. Again, normally this stuff here is more wholesome, but sometimes we just do like world current events and stuff. This isn't like depresso mode. Although, floppy. Well, there goes my Temu order, someone says. Okay, this next one, jousting, my lord. Sorry, babe, but I lost it all betting on, last week in Newsday we showed, what was it? Japanese scooter racing and German ping pong, but you have to use a cast iron pan. Now we got trash can jousting. Oh, that looks mad dangerous. The shrapnel goes bonkers. Okay, the next one, we had a new Banksy. This was a couple weeks ago, mind you. Banksy, legendary like street artist and whatnot, unveils a new mural of a judge beating a protester outside a London court. Elusive street artist Banksy showing a judge. I thought that was interesting. Okay, this next one. If you have friendships that have been over 7 years, cherish them.
Longer than 7 years have a better chance of lasting a lifetime. That's the word from a Dutch sociologist, Gerald Molenhurst. And he says his research backs this up. According to him, you lose about half of your close network members every 7 years. So the bonds are strengthened with the ones remaining. And while those friendships are some of them are only meant for a season, if you and your buddies can make it past the 7-year mark, the research is strong. The friendship will stand the test of time. So has this been true for you? And be sure to tag those longtime besties. Download Fox Local for live streaming, news, and more.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if you have friendships longer than 7 years, cherish them. Next one, y'all probably saw this. This is the new iPhone Air, and they unveiled it.
The iPhone Air, debuting in Apple's annual fall product announcements.
Powerful, yet so thin and light, it seems to disappear in your hands.
At 5.6 millimeters thin, the phone is roughly 2/3 the width of the iPhone 16. It's so thin that when you hold it from the side, it almost looks like a pen. But with this many design changes and being pared down, it really raises questions about the battery life.
We innovated with that top area that houses your camera typically. We call that the camera plateau. And that's actually precision milled. And we have put so many components up there, including the A19 Pro chip for the first time.
And by moving things around, Apple says they've been able to optimize the phone's battery life. The thinner design has some wondering if Apple could follow in Android's design steps. Do you think we might someday see a folding iPhone?
I don't know. We'll have to see what the future holds, Becky. But we're so excited with what we have with iPhone Air and everything else today.
The newly announced iPhone 17 and 17 Pro also seeing big upgrades to the screen, the design, and both cameras. The front-facing camera hasn't had an upgrade in a while, but it's one of the most used features.
Sounds good.
On the
W-dadding,
iPhone
attaboy.
users took more than 500 billion selfies last year, so you're absolutely right.
Now the front cameras are upgraded to 18 megapixels with an improved sensor that
18 megapixels.
seamlessly switches orientation. Of course, you can take a selfie in portrait mode, but now you can take one in landscape. And using AI, you can tell the phone, hey, when my friends join in, come on in, guys. It automatically switches to include everyone.
Is that AI?
And despite tariffs,
I don't know. I feel like we're using AI loosely there.
Surprisingly in line with past products. Other upgrades worth noting, the Apple Watch.
Dude, I love how
Can now detect high blood pressure after a month of readings. And some AirPod models can now track your heart rate, and maybe the coolest feature,
Hola, bienvenida.
Hi.
Hoy todos los claveles.
Hello, welcome.
real-time translation in your ears as you listen to someone speak in a foreign language.
Not revolution. I mean, it's been around, but you know what I mean. Like that's the stuff that
Definitely.
changes day-to-day
The
life.
client will love that.
I met my best friend since I was 6 years old, and we're still best friends. Hell yeah! You going back to the 7-year friendship thing? Absolutely.
Apple says that live translation will also
That's
work
fire.
on the AirPods
Most
Pro
of mine are like around 9 years. I met him when I was 9.
2 that are already out. Many of you have them through a software update. And they say if both people are wearing AirPods, they can translate in both directions. Each person hears the conversation in their own language. 5 languages now, 4 more by the end of the year. And guys, all these products will be available by September 19th.
Okay, the audio sounds good, right? There's no like, y'all don't hear double audio or anything? Okay, this next one is a 1 trillion FPS camera.
The camera so fast, it slows to a crawl the fastest moving thing in the universe, light.
The camera has a resolution of a trillionth of a frame per second. And so we can actually observe light as it goes through this scene.
A trillion frames per second?
Mm-hmm.
At that speed, a flash of light on a still life is transformed into a journey.
We'll see light coming in by its reflection off the floor.
Oh, wow.
As the light wave propagates, it'll hit the surface of the fruit.
It almost
and we'll
looks
see that
like a Pixar rendering.
Yep. And then only after delay will you see
that's
the light hit the
cool.
wall behind it, and only after another delay will you actually see the shadow behind it.
Wait, so the shadow doesn't appear instantaneously?
That's right, because the wall is farther away, it takes light longer time to reach it.
Damn, that's cool. So fast that it catches light before it can, like, you can actually see a period where light exists, but the shadow hasn't formed yet.
So let me show you another example.
It may seem unremarkable at first, a soda bottle filled with water, but then a flash.
So you see the pulse of light enter in from the left.
This pulse is actually a packet of photons, particles of light.
And we can see its energy front sweeping across the bottle from left to right.
That's
and
so
eventually
fire
the
to
pulse
me.
will hit the cap and emit a bright flash.
Just think how fast it was traveling.
About 600 million miles per hour.
And how long did that event take in real life?
It took a billionth of a second for light to go from one end to the other.
So an event that took a nanosecond, it has been stretched to
About 20 seconds.
20 seconds. So that's a lot of stretching.
This is super slow motion.
Put another way, if you were to film that iconic apple with this camera and made a movie of the bullet entering the picture, going through the apple and out the other side,
it would take about a year to watch this entire movie.
This would take a year to watch?
That's right, yeah.
Success. Yeah, do it, lady. That guy.
What?
He's got a type.
Oh. Good shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Liking some photos.
Liking some
Yeah.
photos. He says it so confidently. Liking some photos.
Who is that?
That's Candace Vice. Yeah. She's a wrestler for the WWE.
Well, she looks like it.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's very beautiful.
Yeah, but she's tough. And that's why I like her.
Yeah, hell yeah, Chit.
Yeah.
Does she have a lot of followers?
Yeah, millions. Yeah.
Millions.
But don't get any ideas.
Oh, no, I won't.
Yeah. You too. Yeah. She'd destroy you. Yeah.
She'd destroy you.
Don't worry, Chet. No competition here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it then.
She'd destroy you.
Just be careful. She seems like a real heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's Candace.
Yeah, I know you said.
No, that's Candace.
What? What? Oh, hi.
Are we doing this or what?
Yeah, yeah. Candace, this is Kyle and Sam. I would destroy you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like how they both said that too. And he's like, what the hell, man?
Who the hell is parked
I would destroy you.
sideways in the parking lot?
You talking about the Dodge Charger?
Yes.
That's my ride.
Oh, sorry, Linda. We were just leaving. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
this is Linda?
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly,
who's
attaboy.
asking?
You know.
I'm Candace.
Linda, Candace and I are dating.
As she like goes to process it, as this comment says, the pause while she processes it, so good. Dude, the thing about these, not only is the character Chit hilarious and his little mannerisms and how he says stuff, but it's the fact that they're kind of shot like The Office, and it's like a mockumentary kind of way. It's actually so dope. He's still trying to process it.
I'm sorry, what?
You never told me she's so pretty.
You're both gorgeous.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? I worked very hard to land this man, and I've locked it down. So I need you to back up and leave him
Look
the
to
hell
the
alone.
camera.
Does it look like I'm interested?
A little bit. Yeah, it does.
Let me set down my sparkling, because clearly
Okay,
you
let
came
me
on a
set down
different
my
type of
bag.
time.
No,
I came in here
yeah,
checking
I'm
about a car.
No, that's okay. We're going. Yeah, I'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay, you going to Subway?
No, this is a date. Yeah, we're off to Long John's.
We're off to Long John's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good fish.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
That look.
All right, well, it's nice to meet you, Candace.
Hey, careful.
Let me put down my sparkling water.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you protect her. It's like, don't you be filming her walk away.
Yeah.
I need to take a nap.
I love these. These are so good. It's one of my favorite little skits going on the internet. Okay, the next one. Bohemian Rhapsody Flashmob forms. This also reminds me of during say COVID, right? We would see a lot of these kind of, as people were cooped up in their cribs, there would be all these videos that had gone that went viral of like a basically apartment complex, and one person starts singing on their porch in the courtyard or whatever, and then other people start tuning in, and lo and behold, you get this like a whole cool performance. I love the mock. Yeah, me too. And I love how confident he is, as he should be. But like even when he's liking her photos, they're, what you doing, chit? Liking some photos. And in a way, it's like, it shouldn't. I mean, I guess it depends on how far back you go and you're scrolling and stuff. But like, at a certain degree, that's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what they go on there for. And people like likes. This is so dope. Yo, attaboy, thank you also for being here. Hoodie, I don't know if you're still there. Microdose, appreciate y'all being in here. Let's get a little roll call. We're gonna do a big 10,000 Creed Seed raffle. Dude, coming out of nowhere, true Flashmob. Dude, one of the girls' faces in the background was like, what the fuck are they doing? Yo, raffle going on in chat. Don't let Ada get a free 10K.
My time has come. Sent shivers down my spine. Body's aching.
That's pretty cool. All right, this is all going to be copyrighted. We don't need to watch this whole thing. Y'all get it. I thought this was pretty cool. Okay, the next one. Deputy Dangles over Overpass is saved.
Rescue a sheriff's deputy dangling from an overpass in Lubbock, Texas.
I heard a crash. Someone had hit that cruiser and pinned those two guys up against the wall. We just saw it. Hauled that over here. We got our ladder. The only thing we can do is just grab it and help out as best we can.
So this happened after a crash on the interstate involving a patrol car and a semi. Two deputies were inside the patrol car. Both were taken to the hospital in serious condition. They are.
Dude, I love how the whole like team comes together. The whole little
expected to
community.
You know, we gotta
Easy
save-
10K. That's like easy 17K, I think. Two uncontested raffles.
Save the people that help us firsthand.
Okay, W, I love how they, again, it's like a community effort here. So next one, again, we try to do wholesome stuff. This isn't, they're like, this is sketchy, but he survives. Boats and hoes. Terrifying moment, base jumper plummets 3,000 feet as parachute gets tangled. I'd be freaking the out. I would also be trying to anchor my, like, while I'm still close to the, like, whatever that face of the mountain, I'd be trying to grab something to just at that point anchor myself in. Oh, dude, just free falling at this point. Oh, like in a, if this is a movie, you're definitely trying to grab a branch or something. Oh, now you can't see for shit. That might be worse. I don't know. I don't know if I would want to see what's coming or not. I mean, relatively. Oh, here we go. This is the angle. This is wicked. Absolutely wicked. It's not the parachuting. To me, what's sketchy is the base jumping, the like free jumping, the fact that he was just running off of a mountain face and then parachuting. Like, I think I'm comfortable parachuting if I'm skydiving, and I know that, like, now granted, your parachute could still get tangled up, but yeah, I don't know what's worse. But again, he's kind of like comes off super lucky. Again, it says he was treated for injuries in hospital but survived. Okay, next one, Doggo reunion with Kiddo.
Here, America Strong. The first day of school can be emotional for parents and someone else too. Tonight, it's that time of year for the youngest ones out there, children going to school for the first time. And this evening, an incredible moment caught on camera. It's not just emotional for the family. In Monmouth County, New Jersey, 2-year-old Frankie DeReese and his 4-year-old golden retriever, Bo. He has grown up with Bo, his parents, Frank and Erica, documenting the big moments, walking together, tilting their heads together, eating with no hands. And when it was time for Frankie to go to school for the first time, they said they knew it would be hard on them, but did not know how hard it would be on the family dog. Mom, Dad, Frankie all walk out the door.
I love you.
And look at what the camera captures. When the parents come back without little Frankie, just watch Bo's reaction. Sitting at the bottom of the steps, laying down, wagging his tail, staring at the door. The parents were home, but he wanted Frankie. Hour after hour.
Parents were home, but he wanted Frankie. I love that.
And he waited, hoping every sound he heard would be Frankie. And then finally, who he'd been waiting for all day, his best friend.
Really are. These this comment, we don't deserve dogs. They're too good.
From school. Belly rubs, then a kiss from Frankie to his best bud, Bo.
Oh, I love this.
And right here tonight,
Hi, David.
Mom and Dad, Frankie, and Bo.
It created, like, the cutest bond between the two of them. I was confused, to say the least. Yes.
It turns out it's not just hard on the parents, it can be difficult for the family dog.
When back to school, just give your pets a little extra love, because it's tough on them just as much as it is on us.
It was really tough on this guy.
That's right, but Frankie and Bo back together tonight, the loyal dog who waited all day for Frankie to come home.
So again, you know, I don't watch much of these. I try to keep it as like a raw reaction when I show them on Nuesday as possible. And then what's cool is you get ones like, so initially I had the deputy being saved on the overpass as like one that I highlighted. Amazing story, love the way the community, but it wasn't that long, and there, you know what I mean, there's not much introspection or anything there. And then equally this Doggo reunion, I did not have it highlighted, and now I am, because that's freaking adorable. Iron Hands, what the hell? Is that that's from Scarlet Violet? Okay, that was very, very dope. So as y'all know, I went to school at UGA. I'm a big fan of Athens, Georgia. I like to brag about how it's quietly one of those like music. It's like it's got a great music scene and has for decades. You have the B-52s, you have REM, I think Widespread Panic maybe, a bunch of notable acts. And so this next one is a cool little, hold on, boom.
Athens.
So this would have been back during MTV, for y'all who remember MTV.
Georgia has given us such intriguing access.
And they took the B-52s and they gave a little quick tour of Athens, which I thought was so cool.
B-52s, REM, Pylon, and Love Tractor, just to name a few. We wanted to find out more about this musical hotspot, so we sent our man Tim Summer down to take a guided tour of Athens with the B-52s themselves.
Anybody press the button?
I know the video's small, I'm sorry about that.
Small college town on the grid system. None of the lights are coordinated so that you have to stop at every corner.
That's so true. The grid, the like traffic system grid is not good, and they're not coordinated or synchronized. So you sometimes will have like, yeah.
Athens, like it was from Neptune.
Athens, Georgia, red clay all-night parties, loud bands, cheap rents. It's also the home of the B-52s and REM. Right before they played their homecoming gig, the B-52s showed us around their hometown.
Well, we're at the hot corner in Athens,
Bluebird,
GA,
baby.
And this is the Bluebird Cafe, which used to be the El Dorado Cafe.
I don't know if it's still around, but when I was at school there in 2010 to 2015, 2014, 2010 to 2014, that was still there.
No, it's not. No.
This is our old studio where
As was 40 Watt.
masterpieces as
Rock Lobster,
Rock Lobster, Planet Claire.
They're definitely going to show the Georgia Theater.
We had a rehearsal pattern which we've never changed.
We rehearsal a while, and then we kind of scatter, and we go eat. We go down to Potter's house and buy some thrift store clothes and wigs, and we come back to rehearse.
I love this. So it says, their funky style helps shape rock and roll, and it helps cement Athens as a culture hub where college football traditions and music history collide in the coolest way possible.
And we rehearsed in the bloodletting room, not to be gruesome. Oh! We're coming up to the Georgia Theater, which is one of the places everybody played early on in Athens. Also, Abby, the female exorcist, played there. That was a good movie. There's an antenna.
Courthouse. Oh, that's where I got divorced. And that's where I got married.
We're coming up to Dunkin' Donuts.
Turns into an animal. Big hot dodos.
Dodos. I've never heard it called
that. Beautiful
that.
church from 1857, but we didn't need that. We wanted dodos. If you haven't discovered thrift stores in your neighborhood yet, you're missing something, because you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah, that makes me not want Dunkin' Donuts hearing it called that. Oh, we are definitely Team Mama's Boy. Some of the best. Mama's Boy has the best or top 3 at worst biscuits I've ever had.
Yeah, I'm standing here on the former site of the zoo, which was the first hippie house in Athens. Now
the first hippie house was nicknamed the Zoo. That's cool.
Departed, and there it is, the house on Millage Avenue where we played our first gig.
And here's the site of another very famous first gig.
Dude.
Right now, this looks like a decrepit abandoned
Yeah,
old
it
church.
does.
But 10 years ago, it was
Now it looks like a meth den.
decrepit
Tweaker.
abandoned old church
Tavern.
with REM inside of it.
People in Athens are very protective of the B-52s and REM.
Armistead Welford.
They're really sort of adored in an almost religious way.
A lot of them said, boy, if they can do it, we can too. Because we weren't exactly professionals. I mean, we did the best we
A
could
crack
with our,
crib.
you know,
I like this. Now, here we go.
our, talents and limitations.
Little meth mansion. That was dope.
Athens, Georgia.
Again, I stopped it immediately on the first frame when I saw what it was, and I was like, I'm either going to show that for Newsday or just in my React section, because if nothing else, I'm going to get a trip down memory lane, and that's super fire, because again, the B-52s are well known. Okay, this next one is called Gender Reveal Burst in Car.
This shit. I just shook it up to see what's in there. Boom, this shit ripped right through the bag. Oh, what is it? Boy or girl? I don't know. What could it be? I told my cousin, dog, the gender reveal thing exploded in my car. His baby, he's like, bro, it's okay, just pull up. We'll still cut the cake. Pull up.
It's a girl. Pull up.
I'm gonna pull up and be like, hey guys, wonder what it is.
Wonder what it is.
I don't know. I think I'm team girl, dog.
I think I'm team girl, like
How do you
attaboy.
expect me to pull up like this? That shit's in my roof.
That shit's in my roof. That's a funny concept in general. It's so... That shit's in my roof. And then it's the zoom in that got me a little bit. Ooh. Dude, that shit's in my roof. And then the zoom in.
I don't have no starlights. That's not starlights. It's all over
That's
my
not
car.
starlight.
All I did was shake it to see what was in there. I thought it was going to be like confetti or smoke. Nah.
You can see it. Well, okay,
Shit
attaboy.
ripped
You're in your bag right
through
now.
that bag. Straight to my face.
Straight to my...
Pull up. Dog, I ain't pulling up nowhere. I am the gender reveal. If I pull up, you know what it is.
I am the gender reveal.
Everyone clap upon my arrival, because it's Team Boy.
The little... And seeing the dust kick up, that's great. Okay, the next one of the kind of like sub-themes that happens a lot in Nuesday. Again, maybe it's because I took marketing classes and stuff like that. But it's cool moments of marketing or bad moments of marketing at times. There was that one Nuesday segment was about how I think it was like a Die Hard movie or a Mission Impossible movie. But basically, they had the idea of kind of doing like a Willy Wonka golden ticket kind of thing where Easter egg hunt, right? Where you put them in random locations around town, you tell people, and then they go try to find them and they could win like a free ticket to the movie or whatever, right? But it was like Mission Impossible, and the thing that they were hiding wasn't just a golden ticket. It was like a C4. It was like a bomb. It was supposed to it was like a jump drive kind. And like, but basically people as they went throughout the city, this is in Los Angeles or whatever. And like basically they were putting them in newspaper stands. And so people going to buy their newsstand started to report like, hey, there's like a bomb looking explosive in our mailbox. Can you come? And it was a marketing disaster. So again, we one of the subtopics is about marketing and things. This one is, you'll see, how many licks? Tootsie Roll revives iconic how many licks ad for a new generation.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center
12.
of a Tootsie Pop?
Ada says.
never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. 3.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? The
I probably
world
should have,
may
knowing
never
I
know.
was going to do this, I probably should have went and bought some and tested it out on stream, huh? Maybe we do that for like a subathon or the charity stream. Okay, this next one, a drug boat gets chased down by the Spanish Navy. That's pretty cool. Yo, they are absolutely side by side with them. Yeah, same. Dude, they're about to sideswipe. They're gonna pit a boat with a helicopter. That will not. They wouldn't. They didn't. But that would be wicked. Imagine you just nudge it. But what are they trying to do? Also, what kind of this drug operation is something fierce? They have a full-fledged like special force dinghy in this bitch. Dude, wicked. Also, the like smugglers trying to like swipe back at it. GTA Online, without a doubt. I actually have a hilarious clip. God, I wish I could pull it up quickly. Okay, when I get to one of the longer Newsday thing, I'll try to pull it up. Okay, this next one is called Doggo Saved in Pool. So it says, imagine calling the pool guy to fix the pool, and he ends up saving your dog's life. It was supposed to be just another day at work, but as he arrived, the pool cleaner noticed something strange. The family's dog was nowhere to be seen. What he didn't know was that the blind dog had fallen in the pool and had been struggling for nearly 40 minutes to stay afloat. Exhausted, the animal was on the verge of drowning when the pool cleaner, while removing the cover, came across the desperate scene. Without hesitation, he jumped into action. Yo, what up, Sativ? Agreed. Dude, that makes me so sad that he was struggling, but also so glad that he got saved. Look at him immediately. Keys out, phone out, I'm going in. And that, oh, look how little he is, dude. And he's trying to like burp, kind of, you know, gag him, CPR him. Oh, dude, so dope. Love that shit. Although this is gonna get muted because this damn song this video chose to pick. Dude, that's a great quote. Toby crying. Oh, look at him. He got it back and now he's upright. Oh, and that dog's got to be waterlogged, soaked, just going through it. Okay, now this, we have been playing catch up with Newsday's articles. So this one's from a couple weeks ago, but we used to be like a month and a half. Some of the stories I would show to try to do it all chronologically and as best as I could. Anyways, y'all probably have seen this on your own. But we got potentially new evidence for life on Mars.
Well, maybe. NASA's Mars rover Perseverance has uncovered rocks that could display signs of microscopic life. It's been roaming Mars since 2021 and it's been looking at a dried riverbed system shaped billions of years ago by flowing water. A whole series of minerals have been found, including organic carbon, sulfur, iron oxides, and phosphorus, all suggesting there may once have been life on the red planet.
That's one. And then the second one.
Very well could be the clearest sign of life that we've ever found on Mars.
So last July, NASA's Perseverance rover.
Dr. Nikki Fox. That sounds like a character in a espionage kind of film. James Bond, Bourne Identity, something like that.
Found a leopard-spotted
Spy
rock
Kids
at Mars. And scientists immediately knew. It was interesting, we hadn't seen anything like that before.
I think we know what that kind of looks like, huh? Mars's sphincter. We found it.
What we saw in this rock were these layers of very fine-grained, rusty red mudstone that had in them these incredible features, these things that we took to calling poppy seeds, which are the sort of dark black spots in the rock, and leopard spots,
a poppy
which
ear
are
seed, you know what I'm saying?
Ring-shaped features that have dark rims around them.
They've done the analysis on these leopard spots, and we think they are potentially made by some sort of ancient life. This finding by our incredible Perseverance rover is the closest we've actually come to discovering ancient life on Mars.
The discovery of a potential biosignature or a feature or signature that could be consistent with biological processes, but that requires further work and study to confirm a biological origin.
Okay. Potentially life on Mars. Hold on. Whoa. Accidentally clicked on a new tab. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, life on Mars. So next one, shout out first responders for real. So this is a acceptance speech. Now, here's the thing. I've never been a big medical drama person. No General Hospital, no Grey's Anatomy, none of that. But like my sister has a shit ton, right? But I have always been a stickler for shows, especially good dramas on HBO, right? So once I heard HBO was taking their stab again at a medical drama called The Pit, I was quickly to tell my sister about it. I was like, you got to try it out. I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's HBO. And she loved it. Everyone loved it. It wound up getting all kind of, nominations and some wins. And one thing that a lot of people are loving about it is it truly, they say it does a really good job of kind of like reflecting and inflecting the kind of like some more of the psychological toll that being a first responder can be.
Fun, big history-making
Microdose.
night, guys, for so many. As you mentioned, Robin, the pit and the studio, they cleaned up. And not only was it a big night for so many, but for at least one person who waited a long time to take home the gold.
Noah Wiley.
This morning, the long Emmy wait is finally over for Noah Wiley.
Also want to try to find that GTA
first
thing.
Emmy win, having been nominated more than 2 decades earlier for ER, but finally bringing it home with The Pit.
What a dream.
Yeah, and that's another cool thing. This guy was in ER all that time before.
Oh my goodness. To anybody who's going on shift tonight or coming off shift tonight, thank you for being in that job. This is for you.
But it was the studio getting the last laugh.
I love the studio's brilliant. I've been shouting that out from the rooftops for a very long time. I love the studio.
The team from the studio.
The studio.
Taking home the most wins ever with 13 Emmys, including Outstanding Comedy Series.
Thank you very much. I'm legitimately embarrassed by how happy this makes me.
Seth Rogen winning his first Emmy for lead actor and again for Outstanding Director. It was a night full of firsts. Tremel Tillman making history as the first black man to win for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama for Severance.
Do the work, show up, and most importantly, for the love of God, don't embarrass me in public.
I love that.
My first acting coach was tough, y'all. But all great mothers are.
I mean, bar, dude, bar. My first acting coach was tough. But all great mothers are. Absolute fire delivery that. Gets you choked up.
Mama, you were there for me when no one else was. And this is for you.
And 15-year-old Owen Cooper, who made his acting debut in
Adolescence, also
becoming
incredible
the
show.
youngest male actor to win an Emmy.
So I think tonight proves that if you listen and you focus and you step out your comfort zone, you can achieve anything in life.
Andor, the critically acclaimed Star Wars series, winning 5 Emmys, including Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series.
He is. I agree.
want to thank the fans who did more than watch the show. They listened.
I think there was a lot. This was a great Emmys. I think people didn't like ultimately Nate Bargatze did the whole thing where you had X amount of time to do your acceptance speech, and if you went over, it took money away. Like, so they started with like $300,000 to this charity, and if you went over, it would deduct money that went to the charity, so it incentivized them to try to not talk too long, or else you're taking money from the charity. And then if you go under, it adds to it. And I think by the end of it, they basically they had no money left. But what was cool was the Emmys and like Nate Bargatze and people still were like, they just ponied up the money anyways. But that was kind of one thing some people didn't like. They just looked at it on the surface like, oh, you're doing something that you're going to give money, but then you're going to like maybe end up with not giving as much money to charity.
They cared.
And
comedian Nate
that
Bargatze
wasn't exactly what
serving as
happened.
MC, taking the saying, time is money.
Wow.
To
Okay.
a new
Sorry. Let me let you finish. Good morning, America.
Every second you go over 45 seconds, we will deduct $1,000 away from the Boys and Girls Club.
Charging winners if they go over their allotted time.
We're under. Thank you.
See, that is a lot of money for you.
I'll pay the difference. Sorry.
The night also filled with touching tributes.
Thank you for being a friend.
45 seconds seems a little too short, especially for people it might be their first and only ever win.
Reba
This was dope.
McIntyre and Little Big Town's Karen Fairchild and Kimberly Schlappman with the shining rendition of the Golden Girls theme song.
That is so dope. Holy shit, I didn't see that. And Golden Girls, iconic show. That's awesome.
There were so many fun nights. Now, by the end of the night, they were out of funds for the Boys and Girls Club, but CBS and the host Nate did give a total of $350,000 to the organization, right? That would have been awful. But man, Tremel Tillman talking about his mama.
Dude, I love He's so good.
It was also
Yeah, it
good.
was a sweet night.
Yeah.
Okay, yo, I do have the video. Look at this. So, attaboy, you were talking about GTA-esque when we were showing the drug cartel getting, like chased by, where's it at? The Spanish Navy. So this was on GTA, Lord knows how many years ago, okay? And there's a couple videos of this, but Oh, yes, she is. So what I would like to point out is my buddy Spencer is, and honestly, this is not that I intended for this transition to happen at all, because I didn't plan on pulling the GTA stuff up, but Spencer works in Hollywood. If you actually look on the recent Tarantino movies, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Django, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Hateful Eight, and Django, I think is the right order. Anyways, you'll see somebody on the credits named Checkpoint Spencer. That's my buddy. He basically is the person who takes the cell phone. So Quentin Tarantino has a strict no cell phone on set policy to kind of like get, help with immersion, yada yada. And so basically Spencer is the person who sits there. He's got a kiosk right outside the sound stage and whatnot. And even when Quentin Tarantino had Steven Spielberg come visit the set one day just to check things out or whatever, Steven Spielberg was walking with somebody, talking, and almost walked by Spencer's little like kiosk tent area. And Spencer, like he said, he had to like sit there and like build up the courage to stop Steven Spielberg and be like, "Sir, read the sign." Basically like, you turn in your phone. And then he looks up and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and did it right. But anyways, that's this Spencer, and it was a nice transition since we just came from like talking about Emmys. Granted, movie, Emmy's a TV show, but anyway, he works in Hollywood. So what's cool, now this is probably just desync, right? Because of like internet lag, his character flies up and then it eventually rubber bands back onto the boat, but it kind of looks like I caught him. Kind of looks like I caught him a little bit. But yeah, very like that one scene. Hold on, one more. Okay, high school students solve 2,000-year-old math problem. Oh, now you want to pull up. Cool, buddy. Very cool. All right, here it is. Look how epic this was. So, I'm getting one of my buddies out of the water. At the same time, Spence rolls up in his whip. Cinema. GTA 5 can be so dope when it wants to be. Okay, the next one, high school students. I said that, yep. 2,000-year-old math problem.
December 2022, seniors Nakiah Jackson and Kelsey Johnson were working on a school-wide math contest that came with a cash prize.
I was motivated because there was a monetary incentive, because I was like,
yeah, exactly, attaboy. But so let's not take it away that it looked like I caught him. I tracked him and I caught him.
I would like to at least try.
Both were staring down the thorny bonus question.
So tell me, what was this bonus question?
It was to create a new proof of the Pythagorean theorem.
A new proof.
And it kind of gave you a few guidelines on how would you start a proof.
The seniors were familiar with the Pythagorean theorem, a fundamental principle of geometry. You may remember it from high school. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. In plain English, when you know the lengths of two sides of a right triangle, you can figure out the length of the third. Both had studied geometry and some trigonometry, and both told us math was not easy. What no one told them
That's an understatement.
was there'd been more than 300 documented proofs of the Pythagorean theorem using algebra and geometry. But for 2,000 years, a proof using trigonometry was thought to be impossible.
Okay, that's the rub, using trigonometry.
That was the bonus question facing them.
When you looked at the question, did you think, boy, this is hard?
Yeah.
What motivated you to say, well, I'm going to try this?
I think I was like, I started something, I need to finish it.
So you just
great mantra.
Kept on going.
Yeah.
For 2 months that winter, they spent almost all their free time working on the proof.
Oh, dude. Okay, I need to go find the whole video, I guess. I thought this was going to be it. That's the downside of not watching the whole video beforehand. I hope they got proof. It sounds like they did. Okay, next one is Robo Footy. China's first 3-on-3 robot soccer tournament kicked off in Beijing last Sunday. By the time the final whistle blew, 2 bots had to be stretchered off the field. They even had a little stretcher for it. I love that. What are they doing? Are you guys okay? Honestly, They don't look too much like worse than Liverpool did today, do them? Okay, next one. Ghost ship found in Lake Michigan.
Decades of searching, but the wreckage of a ghost ship that sank during a storm almost 140 years ago has finally been found in Lake Michigan. Researchers say they found the wreck of the F.J. King at the bottom of the lake off the Wisconsin shoreline. The 144-foot ship was used to transport grain and iron ore. It went down after being pummeled by 10-foot waves back in 1886. Searchers have been trying to find the F.J. King since the 1970s, but with the help of sonar equipment, the wreckage has finally been...
So it sinks in 1886, okay? Presumably they probably search for it and search for survivors or stuff like that, and what, for a couple weeks, a couple months afterwards. But then it just, no one cares about it, I guess, for 90, 80-ish year, 80, 90 years. And then in the 70s, they're like, you remember that boat? Let's start looking. Now, granted, obviously advancements in certain technology, deep sea diving, scuba diving, respiratory tanks, sonar.
Been discovered, and researchers say they're pretty surprised to see that the hull is pretty much intact.
It doesn't look small.
No.
It looks like it wouldn't require that much.
Yeah, 140.
Well, yeah, to think that it took 50 years since they started to look for it in the 70s is kind of crazy. I know Lake Michigan's huge, but
40 years.
Okay, that's wicked. Okay, NASA has the Artemis 2 operation coming up, and I have two things here. So one, we got Your Name Goes Here. The Artemis 2 mission is launching in early 2026. You can sign up now to have your name aboard the Orion spacecraft when it flies around the moon. All of the names will be recorded onto a memory card that will be stowed inside of the capsule. You can submit as many names as you want, including your friends and pets. Okay? That was September 9th. Hopefully it's not too late. We're going to definitely pull that up. Hold on. Let me do that. Yep. Okay, and then I have a YouTube video of that. Give me 1 second. Skirp.
2 is the first crewed lunar mission in over 50 years. 4 astronauts will venture around the moon, preparing humanity for a long-term lunar presence for scientific discovery and exploration. The 10-day test flight will demonstrate a range of deep space exploration capabilities with crew. The mission will prove the Orion spacecraft is ready to keep astronauts alive in deep space and allow the crew and ground teams to practice operations essential to the success of future missions.
Microdose.
On launch day, the Artemis 2 crew...
That's honestly part of... Like, I had to double check, and I was like, wait, is this Space Force doing it, or is this NASA? Because... Is this another, like,
undergoes final checks and rides in the crew transportation vehicles to Launch Pad 39B at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Stacked on the mobile launcher, NASA's 322-foot-tall SLS, or Space Launch System rocket with the Orion spacecraft awaits the crew, having made its 4-mile journey from the vehicle assembly building on the crawler transporter to the pad.
That's cool.
The launch team fills the SLS propellant tanks with over 700,000 gallons of liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen and verifies guidance, communications, and avionics. At 12 seconds before liftoff, the hydrogen burn-off igniters fire. About 6 seconds later, the rocket's 4 RS-25 engines ignite. When the countdown reaches 0, the umbilicals retract, giving SLS and the crew in Orion the clearance to begin the journey.
This video is almost 8 minutes. I don't think we're gonna watch the whole thing, but...
Pound moon rocket produces 8.8 million pounds of thrust to accelerate towards space.
Psyduck in chat.
75% of this power comes from the 2 17-story solid rocket boosters.
Oh, that's a cool ass shot. I don't know if that's actually like they got a plane at, or they got a satellite or something to take that, because that looks like it's low. I don't even know.
3.6 million.
It's kind of tough, but that's a cool shot. That might just be a rendering. I don't know though. It's got the roads and everything.
About
This
2
is
minutes
definitely a
in,
rendering.
the boosters are released, their solid propellant consumed. The core stage and its RS
Okay, we get most of
rounding
this.
Orion's service module are ejected, exposing its solar arrays. 6 seconds later, the launch abort system is ejected from Orion. The crew has safely reached Earth orbit, though they could still abort using service module engines.
Yo, what up, King?
About
yo.
8 minutes after launch, the SLS core stage engine
A microdose. That's I don't want to dox names. That's
shut down,
Johnny.
and the interim cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS, and Orion separate from the core stage.
Welcome in, bud.
Orion and the ICPS
You see Liverpool lost again today? Sad.
are
We
now
played so
flying
poorly.
free.
Our passing slop. Which acclaimed director. Christopher Nolan. That's the Odyssey.
Orion's 4 solar arrays deploy, powering the spacecraft and charging its battery.
Okay, we're gonna skip a little bit here. We get this.
Manual handling test called the Proximity Operations Demonstration.
Nope. What's the end goal here?
To lay eyes on the lunar far side in over 50 years. Their observations will help us prepare for future missions at the moon.
We're
During
going back
this
to the
period,
moon,
there will
baby.
be an anticipated communication blackout between mission control and the spacecraft. As the crew returns from the far side of the moon, Orion is drawn home by Earth's gravity in a free return trajectory, ensuring
Easy
a fuel-efficient
peasy.
4-day trip.
Literally easy. Damn it. Okay, now look at this. 650,000 people have already signed up with their name on it. You go name, boom, and a PIN code. Keep track of your PIN. NASA's not able to recover, so you'll need to keep track if you want to look up your boarding pass in the future. Ooh, this is a cool little, like, badge kind of thing. Fuck with that. Yo, I'm going to put this link in chat for anyone who wants to sign up themselves. I'm going to do that later off stream. Okay, next story. Let me go back to this. We don't need this. Okay, Robo Footy. We did that. Bama Lady with good water slide idea is the name of this one. Okay, when you're from Alabama and you go to Greece.
Listen, we got one of these in Nashville. Looks a lot better than this.
Looks a lot better than this.
Show me something I ain't never seen.
Hell yeah.
Why'd I climb up here? What they need to do is they need to install a water slide. So once you get up here, you take a water slide down to the road.
Okay, a couple things. She's in Athens, Greece. Okay, she's up there at the Parthenon, right? Or is it the Pantheon? I always get them confused. I think the Parthenon is in Rome. The Pantheon is in Athens, Greece. So she's at the Pantheon, and I think there's a lot of people in the comment section who don't get the sarcasm. But here's the best part. This is why I wanted to show Nuesday this, okay? The official Instagram account for Greece says we're working. Wait, so I had it right the first time? Parthenon is in Athens. The Pantheon is in Rome. I think, yeah, that's what I said the first time. I was like, she's at the Parthenon. Yeah, okay, yeah. She's at the Parthenon, Athens, boom. But anyways, I love that Greece, we're working on that water slide. And then her handbag says, F it, let's go to Athens.
Looks a lot better than this.
But honestly, I'm feeling a little sick in my stomach. Thinking of Alabama and Athens makes me think of the sadness from Saturday night.
Something I ain't never seen. Really, why'd I climb up here?
Why'd I climb up
What
here?
they need to do
Okay, this next
is
one
they need to
is
install
Twitter's.
a water
So
slide.
many might remember Twitter used to have a smaller character limit, and then they expanded it. And so this is
Twitter character limit increase completely changed the linguistic culture of the platform.
So if you look, the character limit was like 140, and then they changed it.
Like before they went from 140 to 280 characters, there were obviously way more people trying to cram their ideas into that length constraint. That meant they had to use more abbreviations and informal language, which created a disproportionately short and snappy culture that helped popularize a lot of functional acronyms like ICYMI or
Or POG.
Or DM for direct message. The tweets also just have to be grammatically concise, meaning that users would include fewer articles, conjunctions, and prepositions. But immediately after the character limit change, we see direct evidence that there was a syntactic increase in the frequency of
syntactic, love that.
Those parts of speech. In other words, the tweets got more formal. There was simply no longer a need to be creatively compact, which reframed Twitter's entire vibe from witty brevity to having more serious conversations. And we can actually see that when we compare topics of discourse from before and after the shift. Previously, the discussions that would most often run into the character limit were the more serious ones like work, money, and debt, indicating that people were struggling to talk about that. Once that limit was removed, however, people felt freer to have more conversations.
This guy's talking like he is on the previous character limit. Yo, King J, it is AJ, right?
Those things in more detail with more.
You like Arsenal? Yeah, Dallas Cowboys. Because I'm pretty sure that's who that you are, right? I need to give you VIP.
Grammatically correct language. For more on how digital culture affects language on social media, make sure to pre-order my book Algospeak, which is the best possible way of supporting me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna VIP you while I'm pulling up this next video. So speaking of UGA, this one it's kind of a spoof video. This obviously isn't real, but it's like how UGA came up with UGA as the name for the Bulldog.
Georgia, the greatest university on the earth. We're in charge of selecting a mascot and nickname, so let's get some ideas going. First idea, peaches. I mean, not super intimidating. Soft fruit. You know, somebody just gave me a dog for a wedding present. We could just use him if you want. For your wedding, you got a dog? Wait, what kind of dog? Bulldog. Is he handsome?
Meh. Yeah. Is he handsome?
Meh. Sure, he's a little slobbery, you know, his face kind of, like that, you know. Ugga. Excuse me.
Yo, by the way, so Sunday morning, I was streaming the Steelers game, right? Because they were in Ireland. So I did a watch along for that. And during it, someone in the community named Nick is also a big Cowboys fan. And we were talking, and he literally we were watching the Steelers game in the morning. This was before the 1 p.m. kickoffs. And we were talking about, will I be streaming for the later games? And Nick says something like, well, you won't have to worry about the Sunday night game because it was Cowboys-Packers, and all of the talk was just how bad the Packers were going to beat the Cowboys. And I said, without hesitation, not even trying to placate him as a Cowboys fan, I was like, I think it's going to be a close game. I can see the Cowboys winning.
That's what we're going to name him. What?
Boom, boom.
We're going to name him, excuse me?
We're going to name him
Ugga.
Ugga.
Ugga? Ugga. 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 Ugga.
Ugga?
No. That's not Ugga. 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 Like UGA. Ugga. That's pretty good, yeah. I was thinking more like meatball or something, you know, or Sir Wrinklesworth. No, I think Ugga's good. It's simple, you know, for Georgia fans. Oh, we should get him a little jersey, like the players wear. Oh, that's a good idea, yeah. What size should I get him? I don't really know a size, just short and wide. Okay. Like Ohio State's field goal against us last year in the playoffs. Hey-o! Yeah, and we'll just keep having Uggas, you know? When the dogs die, we'll just bury them inside the stadium in a marble vault.
Dude, the funny thing, that happens. That is a thing that happens.
Okay. Yeah. Just a tomb of Uggas right when you walk in. Yeah. It's not weird. Also, I came up with a chant. Just now came up with a chant. We're going to call the dogs. Oh, like you're embarrassing.
Dogs, sick 'em. We do that on kickoffs.
It's kind of a lot.
It's kind of a lot. Dude, that guy is hilarious. His videos are great. Okay, this next one is called Ghost Dancing. We had Ghost Ship. Now we have Ghost Dancing. Yo, welcome in, King Rio.
Like this man is gliding.
We're doing Nuesday, which we do every Tuesday. It's more wholesome news stories and current events.
Effortlessly across the floor. But he's actually...
Absolutely, man. Thanks for dropping in.
Walking very fast with an
I do this every Tuesday at like 6 p.m.
incredibly smooth technique. This unique style of movement is known as the ghost walk, and it's most famously associated with modern Russian ballet. The dance troupe credited with pioneering this mesmerizing walk is called Moisev Ballet. The dancers wear long, floor-length robes that completely cover their feet, creating the illusion that they're floating or hovering just above the ground. Because their footwork is completely hidden and the movement appears so fluid, the audience began calling it the ghost walk. Although
of course I do, Rio. I only just met you yesterday. I don't know what kind of streamer you think I am, but yes. 2, if I said no, what would you say? Also, Ray, welcome back in. Nuesday, half of it, we're right about the halfway mark. Little past halfway. There was a couple really, really good ones I can pull back up at the end. But like one is a very adorable video of a dog waiting for a son. Like, it's super cute. Basically, Doggo waiting for kid to return home from school. We also saw a dog saved from a swimming pool.
Though it might seem simple at first, mastering this gliding motion is
No, you're good. You're good. Life happens.
difficult.
And the timing of it all, like doing it at 6 p.m. is tricky. It's 3 p.m. in the West Coast, right? It's dinner time-ish, or getting off of work, driving home and stuff for people on the East Coast.
It requires years of disciplined training to learn how to walk quickly.
Right now we're looking at ghost
without
dancing,
any bounce or
where
visible
like
foot.
in Russian ballets, it makes it look like they're ghost walking.
The dancer must maintain perfect posture and muscle control to avoid even the slightest shake. Interestingly, the dance that features the ghost walk is meant to represent wandering spirits on a battlefield, lost souls drifting
Naturally.
silently through the ruins of war.
Yo, what'd you wind up settling on, or what kind of girl dinner are you going with? Okay, this next one is called Hole in One Twice, question mark? I do this. That's good. Ever seen a shot go in the hole twice? A double hole in one. Holy shit. I have seen that before, but that's wicked. The odds of that are so small. I mean, it literally has to hit in the cup, come back out, and then somehow go back in. Greek turkey meatball things. Greek turkey. One of the Newsdays we just did was about Athens, Greece. Greek turkey meatball. It sounds like it could be so dank or no bueno.
Kids and teens, so that is
I've never really had alternate like meat sources. Like I've never had a turkey burger or tofu or anything like that.
One for both Eddie Pepperell and the
That's crazy though. The odds of hitting that twice. Hold on, I'm gonna run that back. Oh, another thing we looked at is if you want your name on Artemis 2, which is a NASA expedition thing happening at the beginning of next year, here's the link. 600,000 people have already signed up. You can get your name on a jump drive that's going to go in a space capsule onto the moon or something. Okay, next one, drive-by assault. And you might be like, Creed, I thought Newsday was wholesome and nice things. Just wait. Drive-by assault, Unk routes him up. I just used ground turkey, parsley, feta. I love feta. Feta is so dank. Breadcrumb seasoning, hell yeah.
Who up?
Bread. When you say breadcrumb seasoning, is that like your panko kind of what you're using as the breading? And are you frying it in some kind of like lean oil or whatever? How you prepping it? Air fryer maybe? Top tier cheese, agreed. Chipotle Gouda is my #1 cheese. Feta's top 3. Bacon in the oven. Yo, so first off, yes, I have a bum knee, so I can't do this as much. But anytime we watch videos like this, a couple months ago, we did a Newsday article, or a Newsday segment of a kid in a neighborhood, and he was basically the all-time quarterback. And so that already was nostalgic, just either whether you were the all-time quarterback or you knew, like, just the concept of there being one. And this kid could throw dots. I mean, he was just putting the ball wherever he wanted to in this apartment complex. I bring that up because videos like this just very much grabbing a football and drawing the route that you want to do brings me back so much nostalgia.
All right, look.
All right, sounds yeah. I'm doing Newsday, so no 1v1 right now. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play Clash Royale today. And sounds good. Good luck with the homework.
We're gonna hit a little boom.
Little boom, boom, boom. A classic little double move, stop and go. Oh, he's about to get routed. Skirt! Oh, got him. He's just jangling, dude. Absolutely jangling. That's so dope. And then, you know, I named it Drive-By Assault.
All right, top boy.
All right, I'm out. Back to work. I love that. God, it brings me back. Okay, the next one, Gorillas Threatened by Shaq.
Went to in the world. All the gorillas look at me and they go crazy. I'll go over to them and like I'll mess with them and like they all come to the glass and they all do this. They have this one albino gorilla in Philly. He almost broke the damn glass and got out. His name was Joey, and when he stood up, he was like 9 feet 9.
So we go to the gorilla enclosure. The dude that's giving us the tour, he says, when we go by the gorillas, do not look the gorillas straight in the eye. They're gonna take it as a threat and it's gonna make them go crazy. So they have an albino silverback. And so we're walking by, so the whole time I'm thinking, I ain't looking him in the eye because the man just told us, don't look him in the eye, right? So Shaq walks by and he's looking straight like this and then he just turns like this and he looks right in the gorilla's eye. And that big ass albino gorilla ran up to the glass and started banging on the glass real hard. The first time I ever seen Shaq scared, right? I immediately looked at Shaq and he said, damn, he wasn't lying. He's going crazy. I said, yeah, he looking at you going, how the hell he get out
there? That's good. Shaq's awesome. Okay, next one, train track prank. Train track prank. Train track prank. Wait, am I on the wrong train?
Not to worry, our engineer is going to pick up speed to 90 miles an hour, and we figure if we have everyone hop at the same time, we'll be able to cross that bridge no problem. Just kidding.
Oh, and then the way that the little like tour guide lady freaking plays on that. Oh, that's cheeky.
This bridge.
Hold on.
You might have noticed that it looks a little bit run down. Not to worry, our engineer is going to pick up speed to 90 miles an hour, and we figure if we have everyone hop at the same time, we'll be able to cross.
And dude, not just like acting like we're about to turn onto this thing. She goes, if everyone can make sure they jump at the same time, dog. Now you're trying to be like, oh God, we got to make sure we counterbalance this so it falls. Oh yeah, that's Speedy. He's there to block hateful comments when we have to, you know, to start with until I know that there. Because again, I watch as little of these as I can before, like just enough to confirm that they're wholesome or not end up sad. And then boom. So I don't actually get a chance to vet the comments and stuff. Yes, you can. No, you can borrow them strongly. How about that?
We will not be crossing this bridge.
We will not be crossing this bridge. That's great. Okay, this next one's called Unexpected Demographics.
World's most unexpected demographic communities. Do you know that if you go to the country of Haiti, specifically to the town of Kazal, you can find the Polish Haitians, or at least the people that have Polish ancestry as they
Wow, that's wicked.
But how did Polish people even end up in Haiti? Well, long story short, Napoleon sent in a brigade to fight against the Haitian rebel groups in the 1800s, which included some Polish soldiers because Poland was subjugated under the French Empire. But when they got there, a lot of the Polish soldiers were like, wait, we don't even like being under the French. Let's join these Haitians. So the Haitians accepted them, they stayed, intermarried with the local women, and then eventually made a bunch of mixed race babies, and now there's a whole community of them. Next one, Koreans in Uzbekistan.
Hold on. Okay, so Ray, and for anyone who just wants to see more doggo stuff, let me pull this up. Okay, so on my Twitch page, for those familiar, like if you're on my Twitch page now, right, boom, and then underneath you can go to videos, yeah, go to collections, okay, and then one of them will be doggos. And at various times throughout the years, I'll try to make little. So this is Leia, and these are on here. So that's Leia from May 8th, 2024. Okay, I'll actually link y'all to this. Hold on, skirt. Let's go. Boom. No, I think I'm a Capricorn. I was born in January, early January. So I think I'm a Capricorn if I'm not mistaken. But I am OCD and I appreciate that. So this is Toby from earlier this year. We're not going to show them all, but if you ever do want to see more of the doggos, I do try to have like these little videos trimmed out, and it's just the time that they're on there with me. Yep. If y'all want to look at that. Okay, boom. Let's get back to this.
This is a unique one.
That
I'm
was
really
your
glad
second
I had
guess?
the opportunity to
I don't really know much about astrology,
when I went there
so
with
I'm
my
gonna take your
mom.
word
so
for
long
it.
story short, Japan started colonizing Korea, so a lot of them decided to flee to neighboring
Except
Eastern
I know
Russia,
that something Mercury's in retrograde.
aka the Vladivostok area.
Yo, what
Then
up, Pop Tart?
Stalin was also
Dude, last time you were in my stream, you and Doc sabotaged me. Everything was going fine. And then Doc and Pop-Tart show up at the same time, just pistol gunning, and my power randomly goes out. No storm happening. We're watching the Steelers game. There's like a couple minutes left. Boom, power goes out.
Suspicious.
I'm blaming Pop-Tart and Doc.
These Koreans might be Japanese spies. So he deported all their asses to Central Asia. I'm not even joking. Like, he swept up the whole place and put them on trains. It was almost like 200,000 of them. Luckily, they adapted quickly, and unfortunately, they were not allowed to return.
And so this is Koreans in Uzbekistan.
Over time, many of them lost their Korean language speaking skills, only speaking Russian now. My mom actually tried to talk to one of them, and the woman only knew like a few basic words in Korean. But the cool thing is they still kept a lot of Korean traditions, like making kimchi, and when cabbage wasn't available, they made carrot kimchi. Like, they still knew how to be Korean. Oh, it was like seeing long-lost distant cousins. Next up, a bunch of Micronesian Pacific Islander Marshallese people in the state of Arkansas. For those who don't know,
that's
this
trippy.
is where the Marshall Islands.
I wonder. Okay, again, I'm gonna actually try to spitball this one here. I think I get this one. In Arkansas, there's a couple headquarters, right? Walmart's headquartered in Arkansas, as is Tyson, the like chicken nugget, frozen chicken nugget, or they make all kind of chicken, right? Like Tyson, y'all know Tyson chicken. Walmart, Tyson, both headquartered in Arkansas. I'm going to bet this was one of those things where like the government gave a subsidy for people to come work in those states, and it was like a relocation program.
Islands are in the
Creed, what's your latest pub sub you
Pacific
have?
Ocean.
I only get one pub sub. It's the same. It's tried and true. And there you
South
go.
of Japan, north of Australia. So the one thing you gotta know is that the USA has a Compact of Free Association status with 3 countries that used to be US territories: Palau, Marshall Islands, and the Federated States of Micronesia. That means people from these 3 countries can live and work in the USA without a visa, and if they
that's another good point. That's another good point.
to gain citizenship, the path is much easier for them. Therefore, back in the 80s and 90s, Tyson Foods, the USA's largest poultry company, decided to take advantage of that free association status thing and hire a bunch of Marshallese people when they wanted to hire migrant workers. And now
bing bang boom. I kind of forgot about the whole work visa thing and Micronesia, still needing that dynamic, but I was all over the Tyson
Springdale,
thing.
Arkansas, there's a lot of Marshallese people. They assimilated very well. Marshallese people already speak English. It's an official language in their country. A lot of them are Christian, which a lot of people in Arkansas were Christian, so they fit in really well. Next one, Welsh Patagonians in Argentina.
So we know there was a lot of German Nazis who exiled themselves or got exiled to Argentina after World War II. I didn't know there was a bunch of Welsh.
In the 19th and 20th centuries, Argentina said to Europe, hey, move to our southern Patagonia region because it's like empty and nobody lives there. And for some reason, Welsh people of all people were like, okay. So they went from this to this. And today there's a community of about 70,000 random Welsh people living in Patagonia.
It also works because for those that are familiar, off the coast of Argentina is the Falkland Islands. And that has been a disputed thing for half a century, if not longer, whereas Britain believe it's theirs. Argentina says it's theirs. They actually went to like a mini kind of pseudo war in the 80s, I believe.
And it's estimated that somewhere around maybe 10% of them still speak Welsh. So there you go, some unexpected demographic groups across the world. What are some other ones that you know about?
I like this guy's videos. Again, anybody who does stuff like this, I try not to cop their swag too often, so I'll wait a while before using their stuff again. But when I do use his stuff, like, it was his stuff. One of the more famous or infamous Newsday segments we've had is the one that culminated in us learning about Herpy Monkey Island. Yes, you heard that right. It's an island with monkeys on it who all have herpes. And it's in South Carolina. And we got to that thanks to one of that guy's videos. So this next one is called NFL Game Watched in Sky.
In Buffalo, circled the Bills Stadium and basically watched the entire game from the air. You can see how many.
I mean, on one hand, that's cool. On another hand, you're like, dude, that is so much fuel.
I saw a lot of people online presuming that they were just doing this to watch the game, which would be cool and maybe a better story than what the reality is. But I did a little bit of research and found this plane is owned by Winged Vision. So, of course, I looked that up. And you can see it's a company. There's the registration of that exact plane.
They're supposed to take photos.
Sports coverage.
Yeah.
The website outlines how their planes perform better than helicopters because obviously they can stay in the air a lot longer. But it's definitely a cool business and idea, and I thought it was interesting enough to share with you guys.
That's awesome. Okay, next one. Woman living in a grocery store sign. That's right, you heard it. Not in a grocery store, in the sign.
Yeah,
Woman caught living inside grocery store. That's
stuff so I can get down right away. I'm moving out of here in 24 hours to get away from all of this.
You're coming out right now.
Okay, well, I don't want to leave any of my
Well,
stuff.
so here's the thing. So I talked to the manager, and she's down on the ground. The biggest thing is a liability issue for her. Okay, you being up here is a big time liability issue.
I'm sorry, don't answer her.
So she wants you gone.
I'm trying to do that. I have to go talk to my boss.
Well, hear me out first, because you have no time. Like
really, Sativa?
Out with us, and then she's gonna get a hold of the head boss, and they're gonna collect your things. And with
I mean, here's the thing. I'm 35. I like to think that I'm decently intelligent and know a couple things here and there. I didn't know how, like, I guess I never realized how much space are in signages. And so maybe it is a great spot because people don't know how much room is in signages.
In a few days, you're more than welcome to come back and grab them.
Where are they putting my stuff?
Well, we'll find out. But you are on their property, so you have got no standing whatsoever. Okay?
Please, God, no.
She
I
has
have a
no.
lot of sensitive stuff. I do martial
I understand
arts.
that. She has no ill will against you. She wants to make sure your stuff's all protected. She just wants you gone.
I would have taken my stuff out of here today, because I was going to call my boss, let them know.
I wonder what kind of grocery store is this, because he's saying she wants you gone like it's like a mom and pop's kind of operation. Like, imagine this was Bilo or Kroger or something. That would be ruthless.
I won't be able to come
They'd be like,
to work.
no, get her out.
And then I was going to move my stuff
Call in ice.
back to my storage unit.
Okay.
And then
Well,
that would be that.
the biggest thing is she wants you off the roof as quick as possible. So you're
And
not
I
going to
can
be
do
willing.
that. You guys are actually going to make it
That the subtitle says road. I think he said roof.
No, you're coming with us.
like to the station.
No. Like when we walk out of here, you're walking out with us, and you're not coming back on the roof.
On the roof. On the roof.
Get it all for you.
Can I take anything with me?
What do you need to take? Well, first of all, how are you getting up and down off this?
That is, yes. Amongst all of his, like, official things he has to say, he goes, wait, first off, how are you getting up and down off this? Thank you, sir, for asking the right
How are
question.
you going to carry all this stuff?
Well, how else do you think I got all this stuff?
Well, I know you did, obviously, but, like, what are you talking about? Like, I understand you got
carrying in there.
some big things.
Like my clothing, my bedding stuff.
Yeah, we're not going to...
My vitamins.
Her vitamins
Everything that you're
reminded me of
mentioning
Jack Black in Tropic Thunder.
Like multiple trips.
Gummy
Most of
bears.
my stuff is just, well, it would probably take me a few hours.
That's not going to happen. What's your first name?
Please do not contact any of my
Supposed. Wow, what up, Leafy? Men making me happy. Sir? Hell yeah, W for you, dude. Wicked out of context, but hell yeah, congrats. Wait, your sub ran out. Hold on, I owe you one. Here we go. Now I get a chance to pay back one of them. Oh, I've already paid back one. I did your other alt. Wait. No, we're gonna do it here. Wait, you are subbed. Never mind, you're still subbed. You just didn't have the sub badge on.
At this point, you're not in any trouble whatsoever.
So for those that don't know, Leafy, the homie, hooked me up with 15 gifted tier 3s the other day. So once his sub ends, I wanted to gift him back because that was beyond generous. If she just said they had an oral lease, they have to evict her.
I have no reason to. You're
Oh,
adult.
you
I don't
wouldn't
need to tell
like
anybody.
this is kind of in your realm. You wouldn't know
Crazy
that. She
question.
gets 2
Homeless, or
months
do you
of
have
what? Like probation or jail time? What 2 months of what? Or she gets 2 months to get herself out? Ooh.
Address. Do you have any address where mail goes?
I'm not really supposed to tell
Ooh.
Well, I can put 2 and 2 together, you know what I mean? Do you got your phone on you, your ID, things, like stuff you need, like, right now?
Hand me my ID.
What's that? I need you to grab something important, a few things important that you need right now. Not a whole armload of stuff, just, you don't even have to miss work. Where are you working at?
No, I'm going to have to call into work because I want to move all of my
I work in the produce section, right about there.
stuff to a secure location.
Well, why don't, when we get to the bottom, why don't we talk to the manager? Like I said, she's like being super cool about all this.
Yeah, because she's probably shocked. And she doesn't want to piss off a potential tweaker on her roof in her sign. So she's probably like, yeah, whatever helps her just get out of here, please. Thank you. Yo, I got to text you real quick, Microdose. Hold on, I'm going to pull this one up. Next one's called More Okefenokee Lore. So first off, the Okefenokee is a swamp in Georgia. It is the largest blackwater swamp in the world, I believe. We've done a few Newsdays on it. A couple months ago, so there was one mining company that wanted to set up a mining operation right outside of Okefenokee, which obviously is terrible for the environment and for the ecosystem, which is an incredibly vital ecosystem to the southeast of the United States. And thankfully, another like non-profit environmental group actually raised enough money to buy the property that the mining company was trying to buy anyways, and like and pulled it from them. Super dope story. So that's what I mean. More Okefenokee lore. In the heart of South Georgia lies a wild expanse so vast it makes Atlanta look tiny. The Okefenokee Swamp is one of North America's most pristine and untouched freshwater wetlands. It's also vying for a coveted spot on the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The Blackwater rivers, rich in organic material, flow all the way to the Atlantic, quietly storing millions of tons of carbon dioxide in sponge-like peat. This mineral-rich feature that keeps carbon dioxide away from Earth's atmosphere faces threats from mining interests. Bang, bang. The privately owned land near the swamp could prove lucrative for the economically starved Charlton County, but the environmental cost looms over the region. As conservationists push to protect the swamp while boosting tourism with the UNESCO stamp of approval, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution speaks with locals. Okay.
Okefenokee is...
Next time I'll live in someone's office, then maybe I can ask to be promoted to CEO. I like where your head's at. She gets a court date and the sheriff has to come set her items out. That all takes 2 months, all said and done. Got you. I'm gonna go text you real quick.
But beyond its sheer size, what makes it unique is it's one of the most intact freshwater wetlands in North America. The Okefenokee is basically how it was 6,000 years ago, and that's why it's been nominated for World Heritage Listing, which is a designation for the most significant ecological and cultural wonders of the world. Machu Picchu, the Great Barrier Reef, Yellowstone National Park are all on the list. Wetland ecosystems like the Okefenokee only cover about 1% of the Earth's surface, but they punch way above their weight when it comes to storing greenhouse gases.
This is what everything around here is actually made up of. It's just all organics. You can like smell it and there's no type of mud smell or anything.
So like just plants?
Pretty much just plants. But as you can see, the peat is just almost like a sponge.
All that peat that's in the swamp locks away millions of tons of carbon dioxide.
What's stored in this system is comparable to 8% of what man emits every single year. It's just nice to feel the cool water.
We are right on the Georgia-Florida border, and if you look at the water down there, it looks black. It gets that color from all the organic material that is passing through it on its way to the coast. Tastes odd, as one might expect, drinking water that looks like it's black, but it's very clean.
It's a lot clearer than it looks like it is. It's got that tannic acid taste. Doesn't make great coffee.
There's also kind of a tension here that over the centuries, various industries have tried to harvest the natural resources of the Okefenokee. This is one of the poorest counties in Georgia, Charlton County. They're desperate for any economic opportunities. The status could bring lots of new visitors to the Okefenokee and tourist dollars to the region.
Tourism dollars spread all over. It's great publicity, and we don't have someone just giving us the almighty dollars.
What up, Doc?
To publicize.
Yo, I don't know if he's still here or she's still here, but Ray and Pop-Tart were just here, and I was just talking about you and Pop-Tart, how on Sunday everything was going fine in my stream, and then you and Pop-Tart show up at the same time and power goes out. Coincidence? I think not. What you up to, man?
On the top of the list.
But other residents here are worried about how the influx of outsiders could affect the small,
yes, for real, little
community.
EMP.
What I fear is that groups will weaponize that designation in order to drive local policy. We're going to take away your designation if you don't do these things, and that becomes a real choice about values.
We just feel like this is a great place to start. You're welcoming people in to see one of the great wonders of the world.
The Okefenokee is home to hundreds of species of plants and animals, including some that are endangered or threatened. And then, of course, the iconic American alligator. When you're out here,
stream's going amazing. We started watching Liverpool unfortunately lose to Galatasaray in the Champions League, and we also had we had Chelsea, Benfica, Liverpool, Galatasaray. We did that. Now we're getting to the tail end of Nuesday here.
How enormous it is makes you feel really small and realize it's pretty amazing that there's a wild space that's this pristine in Southeast Georgia.
So dope. All right, so that's more Okefenokee lore. This next one is called Root Cluster. Kinda cool, kinda gross.
Easy video. Take
excuse me. A crew remove root clusters from stormwater pipe.
By Rutland's Department of Public Works of a tree root removal from stormwater pipes. Public Works posted this
it is
on
kind of like
Facebook.
Quietly
saying,
satisfying knowing that like that's gross. That's disgusting. It looks gross. The thought of how long that's been in there is gross. But you also like that like knowing how clear it's going to be now.
Crews were repairing a stormwater system. They found roots from 5 nearby willow trees on top of the pipes. There they are taking it out. They say the roots grew through the pipes and crews pulled out 100 feet of them. They say water should flow like normal now.
Yeah, I would hope so. That hundreds of feet of them, is that what they said? Okay, we're on the final stretch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories left. This next one is Wildlife Overpass working in Utah. Because everyone could use some good news. A successful crossing is measured by an animal approaching the bridge and moving across the other side. If a crossing is unsuccessful, that means the animal turned around. Hope that clears it up. I love that. Mooses successfully crossed 100% of the time. They just don't give a fuck. They're knee deep in it. Oh, that's so fire. Okay, couple more stories. I was hoping Katie would be here for this one. This one says W Canadian town after 9/11. Yo, what up, Jules? Hell yes, love that. Give the fur baby some love for your boy. How did labyrinthine end up going?
9/11 attacks. This friendly Canadian town opened its
We got to talk to Taco also. Taco be selling you sometimes.
doors to almost...
Okay, hold on. Hours after the 9/11 attacks, a Canadian town, Gander, opened its door to almost 7,000 stranded people. U.S. airspace was closed after hijacked passenger jets, right? So was piloting one of the planes ordered to land in Gander, Newfoundland. When we walked into the terminal, it was just full of tables and food. The population of the town at the time was 9,400 people. It essentially doubled in population as they went to help these people.
1,000 stranded people.
The people in Gander never stopped every passenger and got 3 hot meals a day for 5 days.
The folks have responded so wonderfully. Nothing but love. Feds everything these people, please.
It's September the 11th, 2001, and after 2 hijacked passenger jets crash into New York's Twin Towers, US airspace is closing. Captain Beverly Bass is piloting one of the planes that's been ordered to land at Gander.
There's been a crisis in the United States. We're going to be landing our airplane in Gander, Newfoundland.
We were number 36 out of 38 to land that day. There are airplanes just packed in on every piece of concrete.
But in Gander, the story isn't about violence and terror. It's about kindness and humanity.
When we walked into the terminal, it was just full of tables with food. And the population of the town at that time was 9,400.
I am muted. Good comms, Sativa. Elite comms. Hey, Microdose, I was thanking you. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Sativa, thank you for the comms. Microdose, you're my dog. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Also, it takes advantage of the bonus gifted subs going on right now. If somebody gifts at least 5 subs, Valorant will throw in bonuses. Sometimes it might be 1, sometimes it might be whatever. Like, what was it? There was one, we were gifted 10 and it gave 7, I think. So who knows? Microdose, you're my dog. We were talking about the algorithm on stream and how we think it started to get better in terms of actually giving out random gifted subs to people who are actually in the stream. So there's 4 examples of that. Microdose gave out 5, so 6 total subs happened. 1 went to Elliot as me. He was just in stream yesterday. 1 went to Johnny, who was just in stream earlier. 1 went to Bowie Luke O'Reilly. Microdose, you know him, and boom. So 2 IRL friends, and then a couple people who have been in the stream recently.
People.
Yo, thank you so much.
Doubled
Sativa Great Comms.
Some homes took
W
as many
subs,
as
agreed.
8 or 10
Taco's my
people.
bestie.
They
He's
used
also a
fire
brat.
stations, churches, schools. They were entertained the whole time we were there. The Ganderites would bring their instruments and they would sing and dance.
Their heartwarming story.
Oh, we are at the whoever celebrates, we're at the 420 mark in my stream, and it's 720. So those on the West Coast, 420 there.
Gone to inspire
Cheers.
a hit musical. Come from away.
We've made lifelong
Wait,
friends
that's
there.
cool. So this town takes in all these people after 9/11, really helping them out, doubling their population, which is probably a big burden on their infrastructure. We also have a hype train going on too.
Like Connected for Life. The goodness
and
that
now
came
it's like
out
a
of
musical.
Such a dark day.
It is. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So is all of Arizona on Pacific time, or is some of it Mountain? Okay, we have 4 more stories left in this Newsday. Microdose, thank you again so much for the gifted. This next one says Toddler watches from curb.
Here, the toddler nicknamed Coop.
I gotta make a phone call real quick.
Our person of the week. Tonight, the father and son hoping it's the simple things that will unite communities. It has for them. Dad and his toddler Cooper. Whoa! Every morning in Costa Mesa, California, father and son Chris and Cooper O'Brien sharing the same very simple routine. That dad bringing 1.5-year-old Cooper outside to sit on their curb to simply watch the cars go by together, hoping to start their day with a smile.
It's Sunday. The stoop is dry.
Okay, I love how he starts with Sunday, the stoop is dry, because the stoop boy afraid to leave the stoop. Whole state doesn't celebrate daylight. Oh my gosh, that's a 9 set. So first off, some of the state is in Mountain and some is in Pacific, and then on top of that, some parts do daylight savings. Wow.
Dog is watching.
Father and son and mom Haley started sending those daily videos to family and friends, and then sharing them online.
Whoa, Blue Jay with another 5 gifted. Valorant throwing in 1 extra, 2 extra, 1 extra. Dude, Valorant, step your game up. Yo, thank you so much, Blue Jay and Microdose. Little quick level 3 hype train.
Community.
Level 4.
Well, tonight, it's a community of
Thank
millions.
you guys so much.
Whoa, crash landing.
Oh, that's cute, dude. He just plops down. Crash
All
landing.
over the country now, starting their own days, smiling right along with that father and son.
Oh,
Some have now
Microdose.
nicknamed
Appreciate the 100 bits, too. Feel your legs all over my ears.
Boy, Coop on a stoop, sitting on that curb.
Checking stoop.
Take your brain
Each
back
day
a
waiting for the
couple
newest video.
years. Normally, I actually turn off my alerts during Newsday. I forgot, but that's okay.
Sit on the stoop.
The way the kid plopped down and he goes, oh, off the main pieces. I got you up. Thank you, Jules, so much.
They start their
my
own
dog.
days.
Oh, fake out.
Yo, Blue Jay,
So many now
Microdose for the
watching to see
bits. Thank
what
you so
Coop will
much.
do.
Is Coop gonna sit on the stoop?
Is Coop gonna sit on the stoop?
For
I like
sure.
how that's like a viral thing now.
The New England Patriots watching from the locker room.
I think he's going to sit on the stoop. It's going to be a great day.
That's
the
dope.
Philadelphia Eagles sitting just like Coop.
Oh, that's so cool, dude. This kid gets so much. That's so dope. It was already adorable. And now you got NFL teams getting in on it?
Eagles cornerback and punt returner Cooper DeJean posting this video.
Oh,
Coop
his
on
name's
the
Cooper DeJean. He's perfect for the Coop on the stoop.
The Chicago Cubs mascot, Clark, getting in on it too.
Oh,
at Wrigley
I
Field.
love this. This is so
Calling
dope.
it Clark in the Park. And right here tonight.
How's it going, David?
Mom, Dad, and of
Oh,
course,
and then the
Coop.
mom comes in? I'm guessing Blue Jay told you? Thank you so much. Mom, Blue Jay. I'm going to leave it there. Yo, guys, thank you so freaking much. Microdose, Blue Jay, my mom, Valorant with 3 bonus on top of that.
Stoop.
It's meant a lot to us.
Thank you
just
so
seeing
much.
the amount of joy and happiness he's spreading to people.
Tonight, their hope to bring people together, showing even the simplest things can unite.
That's so dope. I love that these NFL teams got involved too. Yo, thank you guys so much. Plebinator, Extreme. There's apparently somebody in my community named Booty's Meat. And they know I'm Booty Cheek Bandit, so they got to be careful, because I might be coming for their meat.
And so we choose Coop and his parents and their simple message tonight.
I love that.
We sure needed that.
That's so dope. That's so dope. Okay, we got 3 more. Vatican Drone Show. More than 3,000 drones transform the Vatican night sky with images of the Virgin Mary, Pope Francis, and Michelangelo's creation of Adam. The level 5 hype train, thank you guys, incredibly. And the 3 extra from Valorant. Yo, that's cool. Love that. Joy to the world. Wait, if they did this in the middle of September, imagine how sick of a drone show they can do around Halloween, or not Halloween, Christmas over the Vatican. Also, I wonder if it works if you gift to your own sub. I'm gonna match. Since I just got gifted 15, we'll throw in 5. Can I do that on my own? How does that work? I mean, I know I can gift on my own sub, my own channel, but will I get Valorant? All right, we're matching a little bit. It does not, which that makes sense. Thunderbolt, Bean, Ginger Fringe. Yo, this Joy thing looks cool. Okay, on the penultimate story from this Newsday, this last one of September, September 30th, before we get into the best month of the year, I called this one, I'm on Team Orca, to be honest.
News tonight, a pod of orcas is being blamed for the sinking of a tourist boat off the Portuguese coast. The images showing the whales ramming the craft on Saturday, repeatedly striking it. Now, the boat eventually sinks. Several people on board were rescued.
Oh,
Scientists
man, they
actually think the whales
got
were
it. They
playing
got
and
it.
not actually attacking the boat.
That's
to
crazy.
the index of other news tonight, a pod of orcas is being blamed for the sinking of a tourist boat.
I don't like how he words that, David. I don't like how he worded that. They're being blamed. I mean, I guess some are blaming them, and he's not wrong, but they shouldn't be.
Coast.
Team
the
Orca.
images showing the whales ramming the craft on Saturday, repeatedly striking it. Now, the boat eventually sinks. Several people on board were rescued. Scientists actually think the whales were playing and not actually attacking the boat.
That's what their defense attorney says. Okay, last one. Greenville Spider-Man. So Greenville is a city in South Carolina.
They say with great power comes great responsibility. At least that's what this Greenville Guardian says. If you've been downtown over the last few months, or online,
everything's looking good, no fires.
You've probably seen this web-slinging
No fires?
Greenville Spider-Man on patrol.
Since obviously I can't swing around.
I mean, is that pepper spray? Is he carrying a freaking Glock? What is that on his hip?
I don't have a car.
So why is an 18-year-old dressing like a superhero and wandering downtown?
Because he's trying to be a
Is he
vigilante,
Spider-Man
duh.
or a Spider Menace? Well, after we spoke with Greenville Police, he is just your friendly neighborhood spider. Just
It
recently,
looks like the hype train's coming to an end. Thank you guys so much. Microdose, Blue
he
Jay,
rescued
Mom.
2 people in the falls at the Reedy River.
So I saw one of them almost slip and fall, and I was like, all right, this is time to go. And I booked it over there, and I jumped over some rocks to get over there, and thankfully there was an indent to where I could put my feet like this and prop myself up, and then they grabbed my...
I don't want to be a pessimist here, but you know, I talk about there's something called the Napoleonic hero complex, and a best way to summarize it would be like a firefighter who starts a fire just so that they can be the one that eventually goes and puts it out. I'm not saying that's what he's doing,
and
but
I pulled him up.
not them dragging the girl exactly.
Spider isn't making
Yo, what is that's got to be pepper spray, right? He's not walking around with a straight Ruger.
Meeting fans.
Ooh, I like that. I like that emote you got, by the way, Blue Jay. Microdose, what emote did you get for the hype train?
Out.
So
when you buy your Spider-Man costume from.
I turn on my EMS scanner and I listen for anything going
Ooh,
on. And
Mom
I have
got
notes
Frog
of
Ponder.
Which streets I should be on the look for.
The CPR certified social media star listens for
Facts,
people having
Ray.
breathing problems.
Oh, that's what it is. You got breathing problems.
Help until EMS arrives.
My intentions is to.
Oh, wait, never
help
mind.
the
I'm sorry, I
people of
misheard that.
Greenville and protect. And honestly, spread kindness along the way.
The social media sensation set to protect the city he loves.
Look at him
or
go.
At least make friends along the way.
You know, it usually is.
And next thing you know, Disney sends a cease and desist letter to him.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I guess this would count as more like a friendly downtown Spider-Man.
W. I love
now
that
I know
though.
what you're thinking, and we have the answer. That costume is dry clean only. In Greenville, I'm picking.
That costume is, just for the record, is dry clean only. We appreciate that, Miss Peyton. We were very much curious.
Furtado, WYFF News 4.
Also, Miss Furtado, me gusta mucho. Okay, that is Newsday for September 30th. Ray missed some stuff earlier, and since I'm about to take a quick break, since it's been almost 2 hours since we started Newsday, I'm going to pull up one of the ones earlier that Ray might have missed, and anyone who wasn't here at the beginning might have missed. This one's great. This was one of my favorite ones. Again, one thing I talk about with this is when I go into Newsday, I will pre-highlight some of them that I think are going to be great. But what will happen is some of them that I don't highlight prior, like this one, like this dog reunion one, I did not have it highlighted because the little bit that I got to watch didn't feel that whatever. Then you watch them and you're like, that needs to be highlighted. Equally, some I might highlight, like this deputy one that I didn't unhighlight. Anyway, so this one I really like because I even went back and highlighted it.
America Strong. The first day of school can be emotional for parents.
Yeah, agree. It's so genuine and sweet. And like, you want to think of the bright side. Like when he can help people out, hell yes. If nothing else, like him taking those pictures with the little kids in the park and stuff, that will do wonders for him. And then, yeah, there's also a kind of like, what in the Facebook marketplace is this?
And someone else too. Tonight, it's
Ooh,
that
you got
time
stir
of
the
year
pot?
for the youngest ones out there, children going to school for the first time. And this evening, an incredible moment caught on camera. It's not just emotional for the family. In Monmouth County, New Jersey, 2-year-old Frankie DeReese and his 4-year-old golden retriever, Bo. He has grown up with Bo, his parents, Frank and Erica, documenting the big moments, walking together, tilting their
You
heads
see
to
this? You see how cute this is?
They're eating with no hands.
Eating
And
with
when
no
it was time
hands.
for Frankie to go to school for the first time, they said they knew it'd be hard on them, but did not know how hard it would be on the family dog. Mom, Dad, Frankie all walk out the door.
It also helps that the kid's precious and the dog is stunning. I mean, classic old golden retriever.
And
Why did
look
you
at
do
what
this
the
to me?
camera captures. When the parents come back without little Frankie, just watch Bo's reaction, sitting at the bottom of the steps, laying down, wagging his tail, staring at the door. The parents were home, but he wanted Frankie.
I love that. The parents were home, but he wanted Frankie.
Hour after hour went by and he waited, hoping every sound he heard would be Frankie. And then finally, who he'd been waiting for all day, his best friend back home from school. Belly rubs, then a kiss from Frankie to his best bud Bo. And right here tonight,
Hi, David.
Mom and Dad, Frankie, and Bo.
It created like the cutest bond between the two of them. I was confused, to say the least. Yes.
It turns out it's not just hard on the parents, it can be difficult for the family dog.
When back to school, just give your pets a little extra love because it's tough on them just as much as it is on us.
It was really
Right,
tough
Bo?
on this guy.
That's right, but Frankie and Bo back together tonight, the loyal dog who waited all day for Frankie. to
Very
come home.
cool. I love that line where he's like, parents were home, but he wanted Frankie. Yeah, what a dope story in general. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to throw this one on. This is one other one. This isn't really a news story. This is one of those just like things I like to show on Newsday. We love chit around here. Success. Love chit. Little success. Success. And this is another video of his. This one's hilarious. I'll be back ASAP.
Uh-oh. Good shit.
Hold on, let me go ahead.
What
And thank you all for people who were here, who lurked, who popped in and out, who dropped in. This is another great news day. The last one of September. What a time for me to pause it. Look at there. Yo, Microdose, Mom, Blue Jay, thank you so freaking much for the gifted. Absolutely, Ginger. Technically, you can thank Microdose, Blue Jay, and my mom because them gifting subs. I was like, I'll throw in some, I'll match or whatever. And so, hell yeah.
Liking some photos.
Hold on, let me start this over, and I will be right back.
That. Who is that?
Wait, nope. Boom. Okay, I'll be back ASAP. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm gonna play some water park simulator when I get back.
What are you doing?
Liking some photos.
Yeah, I can see that. Who is that?
That's Candace Vice. She's a wrestler for the WWE.
Well, she looks like it.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's very beautiful.
Yeah, but she's tough. And that's why I like her. Yeah.
Does she have a lot of followers?
Yeah, millions. Yeah. But don't get any ideas.
Oh, no, I won't.
Yeah. You too. Yeah. She'd destroy you. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry, Chet. No competition here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, back to it then.
Okay. Just be careful. She seems like a real heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's Candace.
Yeah, I know you said.
No, that's Candace.
What? What? Oh, hi.
Are we doing this or what?
Yeah, yeah. Candace, this is Kyle and Sam.
I would destroy you.
Yeah, told him.
Who the hell is parked sideways in the parking lot?
You talking about the Dodge Charger?
Yes.
That's my ride.
Oh, sorry, Linda. We were just leaving.
Wait, this is Linda?
Yeah.
Yes, who's asking?
I'm Candace.
Linda, Candace and I are dating.
I'm sorry, what?
You never told me she's so pretty.
You're both gorgeous.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? I worked very hard to land this man, and I've locked it down. So I need you to back up and leave him the hell alone.
Does it look like I'm interested?
A little bit. Yeah, it does.
Let me set down my sparkling, because clearly
Okay,
you
let
came
me
on a
set down
different
my
type of
bag.
time.
No,
I
I
came in
didn't
here
come
checking
down
about a
on a
car.
different type of thing.
No. That's okay. We're going. Yeah, I'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay, you going to Subway?
No. This is a date. Yeah, we're off to Long John's.
Silvers?
Yeah.
It's good fish.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's nice to meet you, Candace.
Hey, careful.
Jeez. Huh?
Careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to take a nap.
Yeah, Ray, if you're still there, have you seen any of those videos from Chet before? They're so good. They're so good. It's not only is he funny and he like, it's like he looks like he looks, right? But he has all the confidence in the world. He's hilarious. And as we were talking about earlier, we love how it's kind of shot like The Office, right? In that mockumentary kind of way. I love how what are you doing? And like with the utmost confidence, just like liking pictures, liking photos. And I was saying earlier, I was like, now barring somebody like going back years or something, right? There's a creepy element, could be, but like generally speaking, I feel like there's a stigma with liking photos. And like, I don't know, it was something refreshing of like, at the end of the day, people like likes, right? And like, you're posting it on social media for a reason. So like, he's just like liking. Yeah, I love that.
Good shit.
I also like how they're like, she's very pretty or something. He's like, she's also tough. That's what I like about her. So it's like this, he has so much confidence and like swag despite, yeah. I've also said, this is what I'm going for Halloween. This is my costume. I'm going to be Chit.
What are you?
Success. Do it, lady.
Doing?
Liking some photos.
Yeah.
I love that. And then at the end, when she's walking away, the camera kind of goes to look at her, and he like does this, almost like, "What you doing, looking at my girl like that?"
Who is that?
That's Candace Vice.
I did. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him because I still haven't gotten that Black Widow costume from you.
She's a wrestler.
Anyways,
for the
yeah, I love that,
WWE.
and I love the way that Linda like takes forever and is like, what am I looking at? No way he pulled her kind of thing. It's so good.